Good morning, y'all.
Morning.
So we're back with another morning after reality recap. I'm Jasmine.
I'm Jayla.
So we just watched Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 11 from season 5. Okay, so the episode opens up and we see Karen calling Ashley to invite her to her homecoming, high school homecoming parade celebration.
Yeah.
And she invites Giselle also. And she invites these ladies because they always try to play her on her her hometown. And what do you call it? Her cred? I don't know.
Right. Yes.
So she's taking them with her.
Yes.
And so Ashley's gonna leave the baby.
For once.
This is good. You know, the baby's still young, so I can feel it. You know, you don't want to leave your child.
Yeah. And it's your first.
So her first night out. Shoot, that's probably good if Michael Darby home with the baby.
If that's the case.
I know she probably have a sitter for the baby.
I was thinking, yeah.
But what did she say about the tracker?
Oh, so yeah, she's a tracker, but anyway.
I thought you were trying to be shady with that.
It went, why?
It slid right in. I don't know, maybe I'm just
well, when she said that
deep.
part, and then because she did this, so I was thinking, maybe she really did put something in his food or something. I don't know, she seemed crazy enough.
I think she was joking about that, but the way she was like put in his booty, it slid right in.
Now that you say that, she might have been being shady.
You were trying to say what's already loose, I don't know.
She knows what her husband be up to.
But I don't know. So now it's time for the ladies to meet at Karen's house to go to Surry, Virginia. So as they're getting ready to go, I think Giselle makes a comment about how it's weird that Karen isn't taking Ray with her back to her hometown to see her family and everything.
Right.
On one hand, I was like, well, who's Giselle saying anything about anything being weird? Because she have, her own dynamic that people could say is weird.
That's my only thought. Was you cannot be speaking about nobody's relationship because it can backfire right back.
Yes, indeed. And so they do point out, or Giselle points out, how Ray is just pushing him out the door. Now, I didn't notice it at first.
You didn't? I noticed it right away.
When you got the luggage?
Yes, because he said something.
He said, I don't mean to rush you.
Yeah. But come on.
See, I didn't notice it there. But when they got to the car, she's, Karen's trying to say, like, love you, and trying to get a kiss. He's like, all right, take care. And he closed the door on her.
And of course, Bravo in their editing had to show the door slam about 5 times from different angles. Boom, boom.
That was so cold.
That was rude.
Even when she said love you, he talking about take care. All right.
Right. Part of me was thinking, like, did he purposely do that, or was he just like so like
it seemed intentional?
Get these people out of here.
Because her lips was out for a kiss, clearly.
Right.
Like just stuck. Yeah. They must have had an argument that morning.
Yeah.
Something had to happen.
I don't know.
But
right, they seem fine, I guess. But maybe I was thinking. I wonder if she is more on the side of like, let's play nice when people are around,
right?
And he's probably keeping it real, like
he can't fake the funk that
we're
much.
not doing this, yeah.
But maybe they got into something and he wasn't down for the games. So they go off to Surry. So next we check in with Candace. Robin comes over to her house, and so we see Candace is still recovering.
Did it say how long it's been?
I don't know, but like
it
you
was
said
last week,
she got a man up or something.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just
But then I was thinking when she was talking, like maybe if you've never been in a fight, and especially if you weren't like the one to initiate it, I guess that can be your reaction, is to be like so stunned and then trauma. I don't know. But then I'm like, the fight wasn't that big. I mean, it was big, and you weren't getting bashed against your head.
On national television.
But maybe because I've seen worse fights.
With your friend. It's bad, but I mean, you gotta, get over it a little bit. But anywho, she's still, trying to get over it. And so Robin lets her know what happened when they met with Monique. So it's even more upsetting for her to hear that Monique still had no remorse.
Yeah.
And I can feel that. It's like, dang, all this time passed and you still don't feel bad about it?
Right. And I was thinking, wouldn't it just piss you off or make you mad? Instead, she's crying. But I said, maybe she really did think their friendship could be something or something. You know,
It was real.
Maybe that's the part that I'm missing.
She's upset about it. And so this is where we also hear that when she did talk to Karen at some point, Karen suggested or said that if she was in Candace's position, she would follow. Yes, Candace says it's up in the air, right? For her to do that.
Right. I don't think Karen was wrong. Well, I guess she mentions it again later as well, but as far as that goes, I don't think she was wrong for saying it the way she said it. Supposedly.
Yeah, like I guess it's not wrong. Is it doing too much? I think it might be doing a little too much.
It's doing too much. It's doing too much. But I do feel like Karen was just being honest. Because I feel like she probably is that, or that feels like they all might be that type where it's like you would press charges instead of just fighting back.
I guess the only thing about Karen though is because she, well, to me, she seemingly seemed more supportive of Monique, that if Monique were to find out that she was saying, you know, I would press charges, she might feel some kind of way.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be like the initial view of things. But when you think about it, it's like that was just her advice on what she would do. So technically it's not like she was like, oh, you better press charges.
So we also hear that Robin is in some tax troubles. She owes back taxes. They said around $90,000. I'm not sure what the figure is. But it was kind of ironic to hear that. And Candace pointed out why. So Robin said she was doing the taxes on her own. She forgot to report some income. Then they flashed back to when Karen was having her tax troubles. Everybody was in her business, Robin included, saying like, how could you not know you owe this money?
Right.
And here she is in here.
Looking stupid. I do feel bad for anybody or any of them who has to put like all that on blast on TV like that. Like, oh, that's unfortunate.
And I think Robin know it. She probably was like, dang.
She seemed like she was like embarrassed. Like, oh, I don't want to have to come to
She knows. Like, I gotta take this on the chin. Because I was talking mess. So now I'm in a position.
Right. And the way Candace asked, I said maybe they told her to ask. I was thinking maybe she didn't want to ask, but they were like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And she was like, what about this?
Like, I don't want to be in people's business. I don't want to gossip. Okay. So, Karen, Giselle, and Ashley arrive in Surry, Virginia. So, I will say it was nice to see Karen going back home, you know, to a simpler way of living. When we're used to seeing her all glammed up, you know, grand dames. And it was nice to see where she came from. And she's very proud of where she came up from, her family, her town. So that was cool.
And I was like, taking back, I guess, the land that's yours is nice.
Nice little backstory.
Yeah.
So that was all cool. So what were they doing? Farming with the tractor?
What they call it? Harvesting corn.
Harvesting corn.
When you pick it, I guess. Let me just say, when they arrived and Giselle got out, I said, oh, this is what they mean by her fashion.
Wait, she had on like a wedge sneaker, right?
I don't know what that was. I thought, for a second I thought it was, I don't know if you've seen them, like the new fluffy Ugg slippers. And I said, I don't know. And then I thought it was like a flip-flop, like not a Jordan, but you know, that type of flip-flop, the slide, the slip. I don't know, but it wasn't working with the wig and everything.
Yeah, that wig wasn't the best wig.
But her whole fit to me was just like, okay, I get it. I wouldn't want to be seen with her right now either.
She going for comfort. Go ahead, do your thing, girl. While they're out there on the farm, Monique, Ashley gets a call from Monique.
Yes.
And what are they talking about? They asked how Monique's doing. I guess to go over the situation a little bit, Monique says, wait for it. Like, Monique makes a comment like, the sad thing for Candace is, if it wasn't me, it would have been somebody else. Still taking no accountability.
My first thought was, you just think you just hot stuff. You just, ugh.
Like all these little comments, you know, the tweets, this and that, lying. It's like,
it's not necessary. That's how I see it. If you already got your licks in, it's not necessary.
It's not necessary. And it takes back any time that you act like you ashamed of what you did or anything.
Exactly. It's disgusting.
Because who's to say it would have been somebody else?
Right. Right. No, it's you, crazy girl.
Because what you fought her over wasn't nothing that serious.
All right.
But after she says that comment, Giselle just walks off.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, Ashley, of course she's not going to check her because she's just with what? I can't talk today. She's just with whatever Monique says.
Right.
And Karen, this is where I get a little conflicted because at certain times, even as a friend, you could let your friend know, like, I don't know if you need to even go there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And she didn't say anything to that either.
Right.
Just like she didn't even approach Monique about her tweet and whatever else.
Yeah.
So sometimes Karen is kind of like, she's not being fair on both ends.
Right. I see you don't want to be in the middle, but at the same time, if they're both your friends,
Speak what's real.
Check both of them. Right, yeah.
But, so they get off that call. Giselle's annoyed. What she said? She's just an MF liar.
I said, okay, Miss Anointed
One. And then we do hear Karen let the ladies know that she did say she would have taken legal action.
Right. And Ashley, of course, is like, did you tell Monique?
That's all she worried about. Does Monique know you think this?
Right. I'm like, oh, you getting on my nerves too.
She team Monique all day.
Yes, she needs Monique now. Because she want to be anti-Candace.
But Karen says, I'm going to let her know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure she will. And so real quick, we see Miss Wendy Osefo.
Mm-hmm.
She's out to lunch with her sister. She's a doctor as well.
A surgeon.
Mm-hmm. And we hear that Wendy, wants to change careers.
Mm-hmm.
But she's nervous about what her mother will say. And, I can understand it within her culture, it's a serious thing.
But sometimes she's already done very well.
Yeah.
I feel like
she's established.
Yeah.
She always want to have her degrees to fall back on if need be.
Mm-hmm.
But follow your dreams. You got your husband who's a lawyer.
Right. I was thinking I didn't know what her husband did, but okay.
I think she said that, remember when they was going at it, her and Ashley?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I know it at the table, but I don't remember. Mm-hmm.
But, I guess, culturally, she just don't want to upset her mom.
Yeah.
So we do see Robin and Juan go out for a little role play date real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's much to talk about there. So we'll go back on to Surry, Virginia. Okay, so it's the day of the parade, the homecoming parade. We can see Giselle kind of making a little shady.
She's just a true hater, but I'm sorry.
Like she's proving the point of why Karen invited them too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny though. I would think you would invite who you cool with, but Karen like, no, I'm gonna invite the ones who was doubting me.
And they knew it, so.
Yes. This is where we hear Giselle. She understands why she was invited.
Right.
But despite all her, shady comments, she acknowledges that, Karen is somebody in her town.
Of 7 people.
That's what she said?
She's being rude.
She said 7 people?
She said 7 people.
I didn't hear that part.
She said 7 people.
When she said she the Beyonce of her town?
Right. I know she said it twice. But yes, it was before that. Because that was like after the parade. But it was before the parade, or when they were like right before her and Ashley were like talking. Giselle and Ashley.
Oh wait, in the car when she was getting in the car.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Karen heard that part. Yeah. But to the camera. Okay. Later on, she was. I thought she was trying to acknowledge that in her city she is respected. Mm-hmm. But Karen, she had her down. She said in New Orleans, you walking in the street, but nobody knew you.
And the clip did prove it. At least she had 7 people.
So we see a couple quick scenes. One is Candace with her mom. They're at the animal shelter, adoption center, something. But they're talking about what happened with Monique.
Yeah.
And Candace's mom is upset about it. Which you would be, if your daughter was attacked.
And again, I feel like it was another situation where like, I guess different moms are going to react different as well.
Because what?
Because she was more of like, we're going to go call an attorney.
Oh, okay.
And some moms will be like...
Beat her butt. But I guess they older,
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, would your mom at... I said, your mom. We got the same mom, y'all.
It's like, look at you. You know mommy. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. At this age, would mom be like, go back and beat her tail or you ain't coming home? I don't know.
don't know, but I don't think her response would be, let's call the police. Yeah, I think she would be more of like, you know, you gonna do something or not.
yeah, we wouldn't be running to the authorities. Checking in Surry one more time. The ladies visit the church that Karen grew up in. A nice little moment.
Yeah.
Kind of sad too, because Miss Karen is thinking about her parents who passed one a year ago and the other 2 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was so recent when she first started talking about it earlier in the episode. But yeah, that still has to be hard. Yeah. To have to handle.
Because it's both parents. Like, dang. But, you can tell she tried to put up a strong front.
Right.
You know?
That's what I say, yeah. Just let it out. It's okay.
I bet she do that for her family. Her close friends.
And Giselle, finally something clicked a little bit to her, I think.
She had a little compassion there.
Yes.
So, say no. The moment we've been waiting for.
I wasn't expecting it.
So Monique meets with her pastor, like she said she was going to do. Her and Chris Samuels. Is that Samuels? Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of things are said. I don't remember everything, but it's a few things that I will want to point out.
Okay.
Initially, when it started off, and we hear Monique describing Candace, I don't know if you noticed, but when she was describing Candace, aggressive, combative, I'm like, she's describing herself. Okay. Let us know if y'all felt that way as well.
But what did the pastor say?
Later on?
Well, after she said that. After she was describing Candace.
Well, what did he say? Because I don't know.
He said, you're describing a mirror reflection of yourself.
Oh, he did say that?
He did. That was his immediate response. I said, who's this pastor? You can't be that far.
Oh, I missed that part. But yes, I was maybe busy writing that note down because I was like, this is her.
Yes, and he said it. Amen. That's what I said.
Because thinking back this season especially, I couldn't think of one moment where Candace was initially aggressive, combative at all.
Every time as she was going down the list, I'm like, what? She was apologetic. Like, what are you talking about?
What's the word? Bring the situation down.
Right.
Now, I do hear the pastor tell Monique that, that whole situation was not Candace's fault. It's something that within Monique that she needs to reconcile within herself. And here we hear Monique taking it in. Girl, we've been waiting. How many episodes? 4 episodes? I don't know. 3, 4. She took it in. Something clicked.
Right. I'm about to say
seemingly.
Everything he said was on point. On point. Maybe because it was from a pastor, it was in nicer words. I don't know. But everything he said, I was like, yes. She needs to hear it. You're saying exactly what she needs to hear. But she's still a fool. Go ahead.
And we do hear, after that, Monique says, and let me say this clear, she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. That's probably the only time she said that. I'm talking about since then. I don't know if she said that again. Because, recent times, it seems like she kind of going back and forth. Well, she's still provoking. She's still...
Right.
But she says that.
No, she said,
And I was happy to hear that. And go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was going to go to Chris Samuels. You want to say something about what she said?
Well, she said she's going to apologize to her and everything else. And we try not to bring in real time. Real time situations. But everything she said while the pastor was there was completely X'd out to me because of something she said recently in her interviews, because it was still back on it wasn't in the same realm of she didn't deserve it. She's still saying the opposite today. So I think she just had a moment while the pastor was there. I'm not saying she was faking it. I'm saying it just all probably hit her in that moment, and then she went back to her prideful self. That's all.
See, now what I was going to say, well, after that happens, Chris first says, I want to call Chris because we're cool and I haven't talked to him. And that's when she follows up with like, yeah, I should call Candace or whatever. Now, this is what I was thinking. I could be wrong, but from the preview, it looks like, because that was the end of the episode, it looks like Candace is going to file the charges or whatever, press the charges. So I feel like that portion is unfortunate because had she not pressed the charges, like what would have happened?
Right. She could have said her apology and it probably could have been accepted and it could have been moved forward. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'm saying like that put some extra on it,
Right.
When she just was right there to
on the edge of apologizing.
You might have pushed all the way back.
Right. This is true. But if you truly felt what you said when you were talking to that pastor,
would you still apologize if somebody pressed charges on you?
I'm thinking maybe it would have been a conversation. I mean, we
you
don't
might
know
be
what's
like,
going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. But I was thinking maybe, or I guess, I don't know. Maybe it could have been more of a calm conversation between the two of them at least. I don't know. I don't know how pressure, because she can take it back, can't she?
Yeah, I think in the end she does, what is it? Cancel it?
Okay,
what do you do? What's the word?
Revoke?
Reverse them? Cancel them? That ain't it. It's something. But you don't have to go through with it.
Right.
Drop them.
Yes, drop the charges. Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. So I don't see, I mean, we'll see, but
at the time, if you think of somebody pressing charges, I don't think I would be like, I'm still sorry.
Right.
I'd probably be like,
probably a trigger. All right, forget it then. Go ahead, press your charges.
But yeah, it's unfortunate that had to happen. I don't feel like Candace should press charges. I don't think it was that deep. At this point, like, you're not, physically
you're not
injured.
Right. You didn't have a concussion, remember?
You didn't have to pay for hospital bills, I don't think.
No, because she didn't want to go to the doctor, remember?
And I don't think you're really worried about your life, your safety.
Right. You just doing it because you don't know how to act with a fight.
Probably because she was upset that, Monique didn't care.
Yeah.
But, it's unfortunate that had to happen, because if that is what interfered with them being able to move forward, that would just be like, dang, y'all almost had Monique.
I was saying, I didn't think about it, but yeah, I guess.
But I mean, I guess we'll see how it plays out, because we don't know the exact order of things.
Right.
Because even for it to take this darn long for Monique to even say that, I mean, it's kind of like, come on, girl.
It took all that for it to click.
Yeah, it took a little too much. But
like I said, what the pastor said was just right on. I said, a lot of people couldn't hear that. Need to hear things like that.
I guess you need to hear from a certain person.
Yeah. And sometimes that's what it takes, I guess. Especially when you're like prideful and stuff. Like, I guess it just take that person. You need that one person to set it straight.
Then it looked like she had friends who ain't gonna tell her when she wrong either.
Right.
Everybody just like when she was there talking. That's what people get when you keep answering themselves. All right, love you, girl.
Stupid.
You know how when she was talking Karen?
Yes.
Okay. But that's it for this episode. So we'll check in next week and see how this filing charges goes. But yeah, y'all, leave a comment, hit a like button, subscribe, whatever. And we'll see y'all next time.
All right.
Bye.